Alright, what is the next time? Be a good one. Somebody. Beast from X-Men, right? Is it? Beast by nature. I don't think I know that guy. Defenders of humanity. Yeah, it's Beast! Nope. Too sure. Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's finally that time again. Time for another death battle! This time we have Beast from X-Men versus Goliath from Gargoyles. Now before I actually watch this, for those who haven't seen this actual episode already, for whatever reason, click the link in the description of this video, go watch the actual release, then come back and watch my reaction to it. Okay? Good. Now before I actually go into detail, just one thing I want to say. I mentioned in my last Death Battle reaction that I had a bunch of stuff planned, like to upload. Some of it didn't go exactly the way I hoped it would. I won't go into that, but maybe in some other video I might explain it. But anyway, what do I know about these characters? Well, I would say I know Beast more, just because I'm more familiar with Marvel, but I have heard some things about Goliath. However, all I really know about Beast is just based on some of the X-Men movies. Unfortunately, the only ones I've actually seen are Origins Wolverine, which I don't really like just because of what they did to Deadpool. No, that wasn't Deadpool. I keep telling myself that it was. Never mind. Different topic. X-Men First Class, and I've seen some of Days of Future Past. I keep meaning to watch the whole thing. Don't know why I haven't got around to it yet. Maybe I'll see if I can Netflix it at some point. Anyway. So I know he used to be a scientist who was working on this serum to try and, I guess he put, cure his mutation. And then he met Mystique, who we all know very well. And he thought her cells could be the key to curing pretty much any mutation. So he tested it on himself, and of course it did not go the way he'd hoped. So it actually amplified, is that the right word? Okay. His mutation, and basically made him, like, really blue and furry. And what do I know about Goliath? Well, I haven't seen Gargoyles, and I keep asking everyone I know if they have seen it. They all say no, which is kind of annoying. But I've seen a few prediction videos, and they've given me a decent idea on what Goliath is like. I know the gargoyles can only fight at night time because when the sun comes out they turn to stone and they're pretty much helpless. But Goliath is pretty much a morsel, I would say. Morsel? Yeah. A morsel, yeah. So he has like tons of fighting experience, but I don't know why I said but there. Oh well. As for who I think is going to win, I'm only going to say this because I know him, but I think Beast is going to win. If he can last long enough for the sun to rise. If the sun rises and they're both still alive, Beast has won. But if Goliath kills him before that happens, I won't be too disappointed. I mean, it's one of the outcomes I see coming, because Goliath has more experience than Beast, and later on I think Beast sort of like stood back from the combat and devoted more time to science. But if I've got anything I know about either of them wrong, then I'm sure Wiz and Boomstick will set me straight. Now, enough with the talking, let's finally watch this. I have to do this in every freaking video. Twitch, I keep telling you, leave me alone!
Some of the greatest heroes of all are shunned by the very people they continue to protect.
So true.
The worst deal ever. Like Beast, the blue genius of the X-Men, and Goliath, the gargoyle who gives new meaning to the phrase tough as stone. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Shut up. There we go. Sorry, ads keep popping up on weird
Mutation,
stuff.
the key to evolution. The process is slow, normally taking thousands of years, but every few hundred millennia, evolution leaps forward. If that means we're all eventually gonna transform into blue hairy monkey men, count me out. Feared by most normal people, mutants generally begin to show signs of their uniqueness around puberty. Not so for Hank McCoy. Yeah, the instant he popped out, it was pretty clear that something was different about him. Namely the giant monkey hands and feet. That must have been rough on the way out. He better give dear old mom double the presents on Mother's Day. Though Hank successfully hid his mutation from the world throughout his adolescent life, he was eventually discovered and shunned. Constantly harassed and eventually kicked out of his own school, he was left to wallow in loneliness. Until good old Wheels showed up and offered him a place on the mutant group known as the X-Men. Hank took on the nickname that was previously used to degrade him and transformed it into something new. His code name, the Beast.
Oh yeah. Didn't they use this music in Rogue vs. Wonder Woman?
As an X-Man, Beast became an integral member of this uncanny team. His superhuman strength, speed, and durability let him go toe-to-toe with baddies like the immovable Blob and Kraven the Hunter. But Beast was a genius, like
Defenders in the Illuminati, like Shakespeare.
Eventually leaving the X-Men, he became a leading researcher in mutant genetics. Desperate to cure the mutant phenomenon, Beast developed a serum which he theorized would temporarily counteract the mutated genes in his body.
Oh, so this I got right.
Did the opposite.
What's it because
Poor guy, now he truly was a beast. His transformation wasn't all bad though. Fuzzy Beast could now lift over 10 tons, run over 40 miles per hour, and jump over 25 feet in the air. He also had a wicked healing factor which made him essentially bulletproof.
Okay, he has a healing factor. That's gonna help.
From healing instantaneously to over a couple of hours when Quasimodo's experiments turned him blue. For a scientific genius, he never did quite figure out how to turn back to his old self. I mean, he's been able to turn into a Catman, a Horseman, Blue Kelsey Grammer, and even Sasquatch. Somehow, he always ends up as his classic Blue Ape self. Now unable to hide in plain sight, Beast had little choice but to return to the X-Men as a teacher and a leader.
As my research makes evident, it is possible to enhance the intelligence of mollusca cephalopoda, such as the squid, to the same level as that of the average human. Even a little above average. I'm afraid I must leave early, so I'll hand you over to my new teaching assistant, Mr. Cephalopod.
What? Is the squid teaching them right now? Oh.
Beast isn't just a genius, he's also a ridiculously strong fighter. He has survived hits from the Juggernaut, smashed another tank with his bare fists, hit the ground with a punch so hard he created an earth-shattering shockwave, and lifted a solid gold oak tree. A cubic foot of gold weighs approximately 1
Hey, the Minecraft gold!
Comparing the diameter of the tree to Hank's height, it's reasonable to believe that this golden tree weighs at least 60 tons.
Damn!
A shit ton, to be precise. Despite his athletic
you heard it
skill
here.
and enormous strength,
60 tons is one shit ton.
Preferring diplomacy over fisticuffs. He is rarely eager to enter a fight. In combat, he usually relies on his teammates to throw punches while he holds back to come up with game-winning strategies using his brilliant mind. Like the time he figured out how to use Juggernaut's own bulk against him.
As Archimedes said when he discovered the principle of displacement, Eureka.
But when he gets angry, he'll enter a rage which makes him so uncontrollably fierce, he's a danger even to his closest friends. Literally unleashing the beast within. Beast's monstrous appearance remained a permanent part of his life. He was never truly accepted by society, and even had to leave the woman he loved for fear she would become a target of mutant haters. But if he could have his way, he would spend his days hanging from the ceiling with a nice cup of tea, reading Shakespeare. But we don't always get what we want, so he'll have to settle for kicking ass.
Yeah, it's the thing with a lot of heroes.
In our opposite path to persevere. A minor poet for a minor obstacle.
Alright. Goliath's turn.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. And badass cartoon intros! Stone by day, warriors by night, gargoyles used to be common throughout the world. Like the stone statues they inspired, gargoyles were known as protectors. Guarding their home and those inside was always their top priority. It's not every day your garden statue is also your top-billed bodyguard.
No, I haven't seen that happen recently.
In the year 994 AD, a clan of gargoyles formed a symbiotic relationship with the humans of a Scottish castle. Using their superhuman strength, keen senses, and warrior spirit, the gargoyles defended the castle from invaders at night.
I like how he's
In return,
eating
their
while they're
human
fighting.
allies would watch over them during the day when they are most vulnerable, as gargoyles turn to solid stone in daylight. The gargoyles were led by Goliath, a creature with a voice so sexy it makes humans turn to stone. If you know what I'm saying.
Really, Winslet?
Trespassing.
That is a pretty awesome voice.
Unfortunately, due to their beastly appearance, Goliath's clan eventually faced unjust prejudice from the very humans under their protection.
We are most seriously displeased to allow beasts in the dining hall.
These are unnatural
yeah.
creatures.
I mean,
No good can come
what have
from
they
associating
done? I mean,
with
I don't
If
know.
that wasn't bad
Protected
enough,
you
Goliath
at
was
night?
betrayed by his closest human friend, causing nearly his entire clan to be smashed to bits. Then the few that did survive were magically sealed in stone forever by a misinformed wizard. Talk about a shitty Monday. Sealed in stone forever, or until one very specific, seemingly impossible criteria was met.
The terms of the spell were that they would sleep until the castle rises above the clouds.
And when he says above the clouds, he means it literally. So, stone they remained for 1,000 years until in 1994.
So pick a good pose.
A billionaire with a name that sounds like an antidepressant just happened to be crazy enough to try something. Xernatos moved every last stone of the ancient castle to the top of his New York skyscraper, which happened to poke above the clouds. The cost of which must have been astronomical.
Yeah,
disappoint me.
must have cost a lot. Hey, it's the bit that we saw in the preview. Well, slightly extended. I am Goliath, hear me roar!
The curse was broken. The gargoyles awoke once again, and Goliath was tasked with leading his clan into the modern world. Despite being completely out of his element, Goliath adapted surprisingly fast. You mean he
that's
was
helpful.
texting and watching cat videos in no time? No, this was the 90s. Oh, so he wore crazy colored clothing and used nonsensical description words like bodacious, radical, or
Jalapeno.
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 Jalapeno. Jalapeno. Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
damn it. Turns out Goliath was naturally suited to traverse the broad expanse of the city with his enormous wings. Though to be clear, Goliath insists that he can't fly, only glide on the wind.
Oh.
Which I insist is bullshit. What else would you call what's happening right here other than friggin' flying?
So true.
Regardless of wind direction and speed, it seems Goliath has no trouble gliding wherever he wants to go. He only has issue taking off from the ground, requiring an elevated point to start from. Good thing he can scale giant skyscrapers from ground level without breaking a sweat. Goliath is strong enough to lift a car, create a small earthquake, and tear through steel with his bare claws, like it was wet paper.
Nice.
He's fast enough to keep pace with foes who use rocket-powered flight, and he's tough enough to survive a fall over 100 feet. He was even able to keep gliding after being shot by a Nazi plane's machine gun while fighting in World War II. He traveled through time. It was weird.
Oh.
Goliath may look like a brutal monster.
Yeah, if it's weird,
and he
don't go into
certainly
detail,
can be when he
please.
goes into a rage. However, he's actually rather clever and wise. He was able to outsmart Oberon, who is practically an all-powerful magical god. And when Goliath's not leading his clan into battle or struggling to have a relationship with a human detective, boundaries! He's usually holed up in his castle's library, reading. Wise and powerful, Goliath is a true force of nature. For 12 hours of the day. Right, the other 12, he's a motionless stone statue, making him a pretty easy target. Even when he's awake, Goliath often puts himself in danger for the sake of others, regardless of the risk. Hey, he's managed to survive for over 1,000 years, and believe me when I say, you do not want to be on this gargoyle's bad side.
My name is Goliath.
Yeah.
I belong to no one. Stop whining. A gargoyle doesn't whine. He roars!
If I tell you your voice is amazing, would you please not hurt me?
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all. It's time for a death battle!
And pause! Okay, so I've actually tried to listen a little bit more this time around. Now, who is going to win this? Let's see. Start with a speed advantage. Well, Goliath, I'd say, definitely has that, but just because he can actually fly and keep up with the planes and that stuff. But ground-wise, I'm not too sure because I didn't really go over that. I don't think. But if I missed it, I'm sorry. But ground-wise, I think Beast is faster. Strength-wise, I'd say Beast is stronger because while Goliath can rip through steel, they mentioned that Beast could rip a tank apart, but I'm not entirely. Did they mention what the tank was made of? I don't know, but I think hearing a tank being ripped apart and steel being ripped apart, I'd say the tank sounds a bit better, but also Beast can lift like a solid gold oak tree, so that's gonna be pretty damn heavy. I thought it was just Beast who stuck back to read, but it seems like Goliath does it as well. Hey, maybe they could actually have a conversation about which Shakespeare play is the best. Oh well, if that's the reason that they fight, Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I need to make a decision on who is going to win. Okay, I'm going to say that I think Beast is going to win. I'm going to stick with my initial judgment, be stubborn about this, mostly just because I know him more, but I'm going to say that Beast is going to win. If he doesn't win, oh well. But if he does win, yay, that's 3 in a row for me. Alright. And play. Wait, is the sun rising or was it setting? And now it sets really quick. Sweet roar. Wait, what was the fight thing? Oh, yeah. Ooh, damn. Come on, Beast. Damn. He survived that before. Yep. Oh! Trying to make a Red vs. Blue reference, I don't know why. And... smack. Oh. Well.
They never show you that shit on 90s cartoons.
No, they do not, and that was a surprisingly short fight.
Making this more so a battle of wit and experience. Beast was always more of a team player, preferring not to fight directly unless absolutely necessary. And since Goliath spent decades defending his ancient castle in New York from Vikings, thugs, magic beings, and ghosts, his combat experience trumped Beast's. Also, be careful not to misinterpret Beast's golden tree feat. While it might sound far more impressive than anything Goliath has done, Beast did not actually lift the whole 60-plus ton tree off the ground.
Oh, I missed that.
Hey, one time, Goliath got nailed in the back by an anti-aircraft round. That's right, Goliath got shot by a gun designed to destroy airplanes, got back up and dropped a radio tower on the fools that tried it.
Nice.
Beast didn't wait until sunrise for an advantage for two reasons. One, he didn't know what would happen because gargoyles in this universe don't share the Stone by Day rule. And second, Beast isn't tough enough to stand against Goliath for 12 hours straight. Finally, Beast has fought somebody similar to Goliath named the Griffin, and only survived the fight due to his fellow X-Men Angel's help. In the end, Beast just didn't have the heart to keep up with the gargoyle. The winner is Goliath.
Okay.
Next time on...
next time. Please be a good one. Snake! Is it Snake versus Sam Fisher? I have to assume, right? I mean, that's what I've seen people suggest.
It's showtime. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
And I'm Chad, and I play Boomstick.
And next time on Death Battle, Solid Snake.
We've had Snake requested over and over and over again for years, and actually
so true.
Different possible matchups. But if you guys want to see who he's fighting, make sure you go follow us on our social media. So that's @ScrewAttack on Twitter or Facebook.com/officialSA, because we'll be announcing his combatant.
I am already
But in the meantime,
following
be
you
sure
right
to check
now.
out the latest Game Over Thinker and the latest Desk of Death Battle, which is
I
all
have
about
seen
how
that Desk of
Tony
Death
Stark's
Battle.
brain tumor once saved the world.
It's absolutely ridiculous. You need to go watch it.
Well, there's a lot of
Thank you
stuff
guys
from
so much
comics
for watching Death Battle. We
that's
hope you enjoyed the
ridiculous.
episode.
Let's
If you did,
face
make
it.
sure you click like, subscribe, and tell your friends about it.
Done,
we'll see you guys next
and
time.
will
Later.
soon be done. Goodbye. Alright, well, that was, like I said before, surprisingly short fight. Beast kind of got slaughtered. Which I guess that just, like, ends my winning streak. Oh well, I at least got 2 right. Alright. So, the next time, Solid Snake, but the question is, who is he going to fight? I have heard them mention Snake versus Sam Fisher once, but I think they said that it wouldn't be that entertaining to watch because it would just be like 5 minutes of grass, and then a gunshot would be heard, and someone would climb out as the winner. I'm more or less quoting on what they said. This isn't what I think would happen or anything. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see who Snake is going to fight. And I think I should end the video there before I randomly go off topic and sound like a moron. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure, subscribe if you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.